I can't believe this. I thought I was seeing things. Was that really you, Kelly?
Excuse me? This can't be Jem. Or is it? I thought I blocked you. How'd you get my line ID?
Oh yeah, it's probably because I switched phones and got a new line ID.
I didn't expect a text from you, to be honest.
I guess the last time we talked was like 3 years ago, after our divorce, right? I really didn't expect to see you at my friend's wedding.
Are you here? Don't tell me you're here at the wedding reception right now.
There's only one wedding held at the hall right now, so I'm pretty sure it's one and the same. What a coincidence, huh? I divorced you because you wouldn't give me a kid, and then I run into my ex at my friend's wedding 3 years later. You can't make this stuff up. I was invited to the wedding by the groom. How about you?
On the bright side, we work at the same company.
Oh, so that means you work at Ace Trading. Wow, I didn't think you had it in you. That's a pretty good company, I hear.
Where I work has nothing to do with you. It's none of your business.
Well, that's where you're wrong. I'm married to your younger sister, Susan. How is that none of my business? We're family. She's been shunned by her folks and all her relatives. The least I can do for my dear wife is to convey to her that her big sister is alive and well.
Are you serious? You betray me and you have an affair with my little sister? You have no right to say that. And as for my baby sister, she betrayed me too. She had an adulterous affair with my ex-husband. Who can blame my folks for not wanting to do anything with her or to you? There's nothing we need to be ashamed of. I would really prefer that you not contact me anymore.
Oh, come on, Kelly, calm down. No need to get all high and mighty. It's my friend's wedding after all.
Then just stop sending me messages and stay out of my life.
That's what I'm talking about. That presumptuous attitude. I thought I just said let's not be rude and just calm down.
The wedding reception is getting started. Maybe you should concentrate on celebrating your friend's wedding.
Yeah, maybe you're right. See you around. Hey, Kelly, Jim here again. I forgot to tell you, but I'm a father now. Can you imagine? Man, if I'd stayed married to you, this would never have happened. A father. Unbelievable. And it's a boy. I have a son. You can imagine how my mother took it. She always wanted a boy, as someone to take over the family one of these days. You remember how she went on and on about it? She was praising Susan to the hilt, and going on about our boy being her first grandson. Susan and my mum get along so well. They are like the best of friends. If only you were able to have kids, my mum wouldn't have hated you so much. I actually feel for her. I mean, think about it. We couldn't have kids for 5 years. And mum waiting for her first grandson all those years, which you failed to provide. I can understand her animosity towards you. It sure was tough right after we divorced, what with that compensation I had to pay you. We had a hard time making ends meet for a while, but year after we split, my father inherited quite a bit after my grandfather died. Now we've got it made. No more money worries. In fact, we've got a pretty good life. What I'm trying to say is that after I dumped you, although it was tough the first year, we're now in easy mode, living the good life. And in comparison, well, what the hell happened to you, Kelly? Sorry, it's just that I feel so sorry for you. I mean, to be honest, you look dreadful. What happened to you? I took one look at you and I almost burst out laughing. I mean, I held back, because I didn't want to be rude, you know. I mean, Kelly, really? What's with that tummy? How many rolls of fat are you hiding under that dress? Oh my god. It's only been like 3 years. You sure put plenty flesh on them bones. After I dumped you, you probably just let it all go. Is that it? Oh, I know, I shouldn't be laughing, but man, I can't get over it. Hey, are you seeing this? No response from you, even after all that, huh? Oh, I can see that your phone is sitting on the table. Pick it up for God's sake. Hey, Kelly. That guy you're sitting next to, what? You trying to pick the guy up or something? A little close for comfort. You do know who that guy is, right? He's the CEO of that media corporation. His company is all the rage now. I don't think it's a good idea to try seducing the guy, especially with that tummy. Oh, no use trying, Kelly. Extremely unlikely he would even give you the time of day. Oh, I suggest you go on a diet, then maybe try again. Looks like it's photo time with the bride and groom. Oh, let me give you a tip. Stop bothering the guy next to you and just concentrate on gobbling up that food in front of you. That's what you came here for in the first place, right? Hey, Kelly, Jimmy boy here again. Hey, why'd you get so fat anyway? Just curious. I want to take home some juicy bit of news to the wife and kid. They'll get a good laugh out of it. I bet you were so broken-hearted after divorcing me that you went into total despair, that all you could do was sit around and eat all day. That's it, isn't it? Oh.
You really don't give up, do you?
Hey, Kelly, finally decided to respond, huh?
I left it on the table on purpose. I thought it would be rude to be staring at the phone all day. Wanted to show a little respect, unlike some people I know. I just read over all your messages. What the hell is all this? This is a festive occasion. Why don't we stop with all this nonsense? I mean, why did you even come to this wedding? To tap away on your smartphone and make derogatory remarks to your ex-wife? Don't you have better things to do, for Pete's sake?
But I just couldn't help myself. I mean, look at you. How can I not make remarks? The huge belly.
Well, that tummy, it's that way because I'm pregnant. That's why.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, and also, that guy I was sitting next to? The guy you said I was sitting too close to and that I was trying to seduce or something? You know the guy you said who was the CEO of that media corporation? That's my husband. That's right, we're married.
What? Your husband? You're pregnant? But how?
I don't plan on going to that after party, so I'm off.
Hey, wait a sec. Can you even have... I thought you couldn't have kids. Kelly, are you there? About my son, he's not my kid. A few years back, I caught Susan cheating with another guy. I thought it was all over, just thought it was a fling, but I got to thinking. Anyway, I did a DNA check and found out that he wasn't my kid. How did this even happen? I really don't need this in my life. I just confronted Susan about this, and after I confirmed her infidelity, I handed her the divorce papers, and now we're living apart. I'm at my parents' place. You remember the place we all lived together when we were married, right? The 2-apartment style home. Well, I moved in with my folks, and Susan and that kid live next door. So what I have to do now is get that divorce through and kick Susan and the kid out of our home. Then I can move back into my own place. But, well, when all that is solved, Kelly, I want to... Well, wait a second. Maybe this is not the right time. I prefer that we wait. Wait until I'm in a better frame of mind. When all this emotional baggage is gone, and until then, I want you to be patient. Okay, Kelly? Kelly, you there? I did it. I divorced her. And I got a sizable amount of compensation out of her too. But she has no money to speak of, so it's just a pittance. Nevertheless, I took her for all she had, emptied her savings account. Man, what a relief. Let's go on a honeymoon with this money. What do you say, Kelly? Like old times? This time we'll do it right. We'll try for that honeymoon baby. Now that you can have kids, anyway. What about it, Kelly? Sounds pretty good,
This is way too creepy for me. Would you stop contacting me?
Pardon me?
I was going to just ignore you, but you seemed like you were going to go on and on about it. So I thought I would put a stop to it once and for all. I should first mention, my husband is sitting right next to me, just so you know before I continue.
Why is he there?
Now, why wouldn't I want my husband here? I don't keep secrets from him. I thought I told you this already, Jim. I remarried. And what's more, I'm pregnant with his child. I kinda remember someone chiding me about my big belly a couple of months ago. So, why the hell are you talking about getting back together with me? And about this so-called honeymoon? Have you gone totally bonkers?
But don't you think it's fate? I mean, we were made for each other.
What the hell are you even talking about?
We were reunited at my friend's wedding. I thought I'd never see you again, but there you were. I call that fate. That's where I learned you could actually have kids, that it was all a mistake. You don't call all this fate. Then I found out about Susan. All the pieces fell into place. I also learned that the kid wasn't mine. I would have ended up bringing up a totally unknown stranger. This whole affair, how everything sort of happened at once, all of it materializing in front of us. We were made to get back together, to be with one another. It was God's will. That's why we should be husband and wife again.
Jim, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Didn't you ever think that you were the problem? That you're infertile?
Wait, what? Me? Infertile? No way.
We were married for 5 years, and we couldn't have kids during that time. And after you married Susan, you guys tried for 3 years, right? But you were unsuccessful. So, that's like 8 years of trying. Kind of points to the obvious. Don't you agree?
Yes, well, maybe, but how could I be, no, that can't be right.
This is just my opinion, but maybe you should see a doctor and get checked out. That's the only way to find out for sure. To be honest, I don't care what you do. It's none of my business whether you're fertile or not.
But that doesn't mean,
We got a bit sidetracked, but listen to me, Jim, and listen good. I have no intention of getting back together with you, much less going on a honeymoon with you. Are you nuts? I am really mystified that you would want to get back together with me. I told you I was married and have a child on the way. Why the hell would you even think of rekindling this whole pathetic relationship?
well, that's because I found out you could have kids, that you were actually fertile, so you know.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record, for God's sake. I'm married, Jim. Hitched, united, and wedlocked. Join in holy matrimony. How many different ways do I have to keep saying this to you? I'm going to have a child with someone who is not you.
But we could still, you can give birth to that kid, get a divorce, transfer all rights to your husband. We can start anew.
Ugh, you're not serious.
Pretty good idea, huh? What do you say? Want to go for it?
I think you need to see a doctor, Jim. I don't think a guy like you should have kids, to be honest. You make no sense whatsoever. That's the craziest thing I ever heard.
Why would you say that? It's not crazy at all.
Wow, if you truly feel that way, God help us. You know what, Jim? I think it would be better for humanity if you stayed single for the rest of your life. Goodbye. My younger sister Susan and her son, she apparently contacted the real father, and he took the boy in and is now living with the guy's parents. That left my sister all alone. I never heard from her after that. As for my ex-husband, it seems he never took my advice to see that doctor about his infertility. Guess he wasn't ready to face reality. Probably never will. Last I heard, he and my ex-mother-in-law tried hooking Jim up to various girls, but eventually, their overzealous methods just turned people away until they were considered persona non grata. They were just creeped out by him. I also heard that my former in-laws eventually got divorced. What I heard was that Jim and his mother used up most of what his father received as his inheritance. He sued them later for like $60,000. Last I heard, Jim and his mom are working day and night to pay back the enormous debt that had accumulated.
Hello, Liz. Can we talk? It's about my birthday party next week.
Oh, hello, Mother. Sure, no problem. So, we're doing another birthday party again this year?
Yes, of course we are. We do it every year. I plan on ordering a catering service from that French restaurant downtown. All of my friends and relatives will be invited. We'll have a wonderful home party. We can set up a nice outdoor luncheon. It's just going to be so special.
Right.
I'm sure you and Rob will be there, right?
Do you mind if I ask you something, Mother? How much is this all going to cost?
The cost? Well, let's see. My friend who's done a lot of these parties, well, she said her party, which was pretty modest for her tastes, was something like $4,000, give or take. Guess mine will be about that much.
That's a fortune.
What? What do you mean? That's not so bad.
You do realize that if you had $4,000, you could cover your home mortgage for the next 3 or 4 months.
My mortgage? Really?
I don't want to be disrespectful concerning your birthday, but wouldn't it be better if you set aside that money to pay your monthly mortgage payments? It's a little over $1,000 a month, wasn't it? I really think you should get your priorities straight.
What are you talking about, priorities? Why do I even have to worry about that kind of thing? That's not my problem. That's something that you and Rob should be worrying about, not me. I wish you wouldn't rely on me to pay for everything.
We're not relying on you. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Pointing out the obvious? How disrespectful of you, Liz. I'm your mother-in-law, for God's sake.
Are you serious?
Oh, please, Liz. There is just no use talking to you. I'm going to talk to my son Rob about my birthday. He understands how important it is for me. You just tell me if you can make it or not. Hello? Liz? Are you there? About that birthday party I was talking about yesterday. I was thinking, maybe I should expand it a bit. I need to invite more people. I was thinking of increasing the budget to $5,000.
Pardon me, are you serious?
Yeah, I decided to invite my yoga friends too.
So that's $1,000 more than you had planned.
That's right. You're always going on about the budget, so I figured I should tell you right away. I don't want you getting on my case later on.
Mom, are you really okay with this?
Excuse me?
Your husband is currently working overseas. Is it really a good idea to spend so much money for a birthday party? I mean, it seems a little reckless. Is it really smart for you to spend all that money? It's not as if you're super rich or anything.
How could you speak to me like that? You're really being impertinent. Your husband, my son, would never talk to me like that.
I'm just worried for you, that's all, Mother.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm not some old lady. You should be the one worrying, not me.
Excuse me? Why should I be worrying?
Don't tell me you have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I really don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me? Well, under the circumstances, I have no financial worries.
I can't believe you. I knew you would continue to rely on me for money.
Pardon me?
I'm going to go totally bonkers talking to you. My blood just shoots up when I talk to you. You know what? I'm only going to contact you only when absolutely necessary. Just keep that in mind. See you later.
Hey, Rob, are you working? Sorry to contact you. Can we talk?
Hey, Liz. Yeah, no problem.
It's about Mom's birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah, she says she's inviting her neighbors. Said it's going to start at 6 p.m.
Did you hear what the cost for the party will be?
The cost? No, haven't heard anything. Dad's overseas now, so she'll probably do it on a tiny budget.
So she hasn't told you. It seems she's going to order catering service from that French restaurant downtown. It's going to cost something like $5,000.
Wait a sec, what? $5,000? Just for a little birthday party with the neighbors? That can't be right.
It's not just neighbors, it seems. She's inviting all her yoga class members, even the instructor.
Really? But $5,000? That's way too much.
I tried mentioning the mortgage payments, but she just brushed it aside. She actually turned the tables and blamed everything on me.
Oh boy.
I don't want to be a nosy daughter-in-law and want her to have a nice birthday party, but we're not exactly having an easy time. For her to just go off and use money without thinking, I really don't know what to do.
She really should be paying off the mortgage. not having a French catering service for her birthday.
Yeah, but she won't listen to a word I say.
Nothing we could do about it now. The party is tomorrow. Even if she cancels now, they'll probably charge the full amount. The restaurant probably already prepared the food. Wouldn't look good, that's for sure. I'm the youngest in my family. She would never listen to me either. My older brothers have a lot more clout than me. On top of that, despite being the youngest, I was the first to get married. Mom wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah, I guess. I guess we have no choice. We're just gonna have to let her have her way this time.
We're both going to the party tomorrow, so let's see how things go. See how she acts. What do you say? I'll get Dad a call too.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good idea.
Alright, see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, okay. See you tomorrow.
Liz, are you there? So, you decided to come to the party with Rob.
Right. You asked me to come to the party with Rob, so here I am.
Yes. Looks are everything. We have to keep up appearances, you know. People talk. If you and Rob didn't show up, rumors start spreading. You know what I mean.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
But I want you to stay in the kitchen once the party starts. Just stay out of sight.
Excuse me? Why should I do that?
Well, because French cuisine is way too good for you. That's why.
Too good for me?
Think of it as a punishment for being disrespectful to your mother-in-law. The reason why you're such a cheapskate is because you went ahead and got that loan, paying to have $1,000 a month.
Kinda strange hearing that from you, Mother.
Well, nobody will speak up, so I will. I was against you guys buying that condo. Way over your budget.
Excuse me?
You guys don't even make that much, and you take off a loan for $1,000 a month? I warned you about that. But you want to pay off your mortgage and complain about me spending money on my birthday party? I can't believe you, Liz. How could you be so selfish?
Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to see the picture. I thought things didn't mesh. We always seem to be talking on different levels.
Anyway, the party is about to start. Get in the kitchen and stay there until everyone has gone home. Don't you dare come out until then. Or, better yet, just say you feel ill and go home. That way I don't have to worry about you peeking in every 5 minutes. Just come back later to clean up. I'll line you later on.
What am I, a maid?
Well, actually, yes. I've told all my neighbors that I'm currently disciplining our daughter-in-law to be a better housewife.
A better housewife, huh?
Stay in the kitchen for another 30 minutes, and then you can head home. I'll line you later.
I really don't know why I have to leave.
To be honest, I don't want my guests seeing a dirty maid wandering around. Just too depressing. It's my birthday after all.
Okay, if that's the way you want it, I'll stop the mortgage payment starting next month. Hope you're okay with that.
Pardon me? What did you just say?
The load payments. I will no longer pay that, just so you know.
What are you talking about? Maybe you need your head examined. It's you who will suffer if you stop the payments.
Rob says he's going home too. Have a nice party. Don't bother texting me later. I have no intention of cleaning up after you. I'm not your maid.
Yeah, whatever. Do what you have to do. Liz, pick up! Come on, Liz, pick up. I know you see this. It's about that monthly $1,000 loan. Is it true? That loan is for this house and not the condo you guys are living in? This is some kind of mistake, right?
Oh, so you heard it from someone.
Yeah, from your aunt and uncle at the party.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize they were there.
I didn't believe it at first. Thought it was some kind of joke. But this month, the bank called and said there was insufficient funds for the loan payment. That's when I realized it was all true.
That's right. I was depositing the $1,000 into you and your husband's account every month.
I see. I had no idea.
You also know why your husband's working overseas, right?
Yes, I heard. It was concerning some project he was working on. Apparently one of his staff members screwed up and the project went belly up. He took responsibility for it and was transferred to a position overseas, alone. He was forced to take a position at a factory up north for 3 years.
That's right. And his pay was slashed drastically. You know that too, right? Your husband came to me. He said he had more than 7 years left on the loan. I was working 2 jobs, so I was financially doing okay, so I agreed to help him out at least until he got back on his feet again.
Then what about that condo you live in? That's more than you can afford. You guys moved in right about the time my husband was transferred overseas. That's why I thought the loan was obviously to pay the mortgage on that condo.
The condo is owned by my uncle.
Huh? Your uncle?
I thought we explained all this to you years ago when we first moved in. My uncle thought we would have a hard time paying $1,000 a month to cover your loan, so he allowed us to live in this condo free of charge until things worked out.
Live there free of charge?
Don't misunderstand. My uncle's family lives there too. We just have one room to ourselves and I help with the cooking and cleaning. It's been a real help. We're living on a tight budget. No perks.
I see.
Your husband suggested that we move into that house, but I think we talked about it. You were adamantly against it, as I recall.
So that was what it was all about.
You were so insistent that whoever lives in that house had to be the eldest son and his family, not Rob and I, not the baby of the family. You just wouldn't allow it. I remember you banging on the kitchen table and going into hysterics. You remember that, don't you?
Did I really? Anyway, I had no idea about all of this. How was I supposed to know you guys were paying and all?
Come on. We sat down and explained everything to you. Don't you remember? Everyone was there. Rob and his brothers, your husband. I was there too. We had that family meeting in your living room. We explained everything.
I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I remember you were sort of just half listening. You really weren't interested in anything we were saying. You would only hear what you wanted to hear, like continuing to live at the house. When the talk switched to possibly helping out by working part-time, you put an end to that conversation pretty quick. You didn't want to hear about Rob and I living with you either. We just couldn't get through to you. In the end, it was Rob and I who had to make the sacrifices. But that last birthday party was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I had no idea. I really didn't.
You just refused to listen. Anyway, we talked to your husband and he gave us permission to stop the monthly payments.
Huh? Really?
If the payments are no longer possible, we're just gonna have to put it up for sale.
Pardon me? The house is going to be sold?
That's right. He really didn't want to lose the house he spent years paying for, but your husband didn't want to burden Rob and I any longer. We're still young, and we hope to someday buy a house too. Your husband decided it was no longer feasible after hearing all the stories about your antics from his sons. As for the $6,000 that I forked out, your husband said he would eventually pay me back.
This is not happening.
I heard your husband is coming back for a short visit. I'm sure he'll sit you down and explain the whole thing, so I urge you to talk to your husband about the rest. Rob and I have nothing to do with it going forward.
Please, Liz, let's talk.
Sorry, I have no more to say. Goodbye.
But Liz, please, listen!
A few days later, her husband returned for a short visit. The family had a long talk about the current circumstances. First off, they talked about selling the house, then the problem of the $5,000 spent on the birthday party last month. He also reprimanded her for treating me so harshly, despite my financial support. But what really shocked her was the divorce papers that he thrust on her. She was, of course, taken aback by her sudden predicament, but immediately recovered and demanded that one of her sons take her in and support her. But both her sons had already married, not to U.S. citizens, but foreign. They both moved to their wives' native countries. As for Rob and I, we moved out of our uncle's place into a new home across state lines. We had no intention of revealing our new address to her. My mother-in-law eventually landed a part-time job, but I heard she got caught stealing and was fired immediately. Last I heard, she's living on her meager savings and looking for a new job.
Hey, Chris, my little bro. How's it going? You there? Oh, Chris, your big brother's trying to message you? I think it's about time that you hurry up and reply to me.
Is this really you, Liam? It's been over 5 years since you last contacted me. What could you possibly want from me after all this time?
Damn, bro, after not talking for 5 years, this is how you reply to my message?
This is the kind of reply that trash like you deserve after radio silence for 5 years.
Excuse me? I'm trash?
Are you unaware that you're such a crap brother, Liam? I thought it was obvious.
Hey, Chris, there's no need for that kind of talk, bro. I don't think I am at all. Are you still holding on to what happened 5 years ago?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't give a damn about a piece of scum that stole my girlfriend and the woman who willingly wanted to cheat on me with my own brother. I grew sick and tired of my own parents defending my guilty brother, so that's what made me move out of their house.
Well, you still have a lot of feelings over it then.
Since when did you care about anyone's feelings? What do you want, Liam?
What do you mean, bro?
Well, there's got to be a reason why you're messaging me after 5 years, so it must be something you want.
Oh, duh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to ask, are you, dating again? Is she really attractive?
What? Why would you ask that?
I saw you and this really attractive-looking woman walking down the street. Is that chick your girlfriend or what?
What are you talking about, Liam?
There's no point in hiding this from me. I'll find out eventually. Actually, I'll be straight up with you, bro. I already hooked up with her. Yeah. And once I told her that I was Chris's brother, she came directly to the hotel to meet me.
Oh, okay. Is that so?
Of course! She ended up being way better in bed than the first ex-girlfriend I stole from you. So, little Chris, how does it feel to have another girl once again ripped from your grasp by your handsome big brother?
Anything you say doesn't matter to me anymore.
It's frustrating, isn't it, little bro? You couldn't even say anything, but that is frustrating. We both know you're frustrated by it. You just don't want to say it, am I right?
Is that all you have to say to me, Liam?
What do you want about?
I've made it a goal in life to not continue listening to my brother's nonsense.
My nonsense? Are you serious, bro?
Have a nice day, Liam.
Hey, you can't just end the conversation like that. Get back here! You've always been so smug. And even after not talking for 5 years, you still act this way. I'm not gonna tolerate the way you speak to me if you're gonna act like this. I guess it's time for me to steer your girlfriend from right under your big fat nose. I'll show you how it's done in under 3 months. You better be ready for what's coming, little bro. 3 months later. Hey, Chris, it's finally done. You didn't listen to me at all and said that I was full of nonsense. But in the last 3 months, I took your girlfriend with just a click of my fingers. You won't believe this. She's pregnant! I knocked her up!
What's this all about, Liam? I would have thought that after messaging me 3 months ago that this nonsense would stop, but you're still going on about it?
It's not nonsense! Stop saying that! You need to face the facts, little bro. Your girlfriend is pregnant with my kid, and I recently just filed for the papers to marry her.
Huh? You filed for a marriage license?
Yes! Now can you accept that it's not nonsense and that I've proved it? This isn't an illusion, Chris. You know I'm sorry for stealing your girlfriend once again. It's so incredibly stupid of you to not take me seriously on this. What a shame this happened to you again.
Yeah, I don't believe what's coming out of your mouth right now. I've been married since last year, Liam.
Wait, what? You got him married?
Yes, and besides, I don't know how you could have possibly stolen her when she's been working overseas for the last 6 months. During that time, she hasn't once been back to the States. I've been the one going overseas to visit her, you see.
No, wait, really? Hey, now wait a second. Now, aren't you the one talking nonsense? It's just frustrating you that I took a girl from you again, but the truth of the matter is you're just making out that she's married to you. But now she's overseas? Whether it's just bragging or an escape from reality, you want to throw me off by saying you have a wife. But really, she doesn't exist and you're just trying to buy some time by saying she's overseas. Stop making up stories. It's so pathetic, Chris.
Well, by the way, Liam, I didn't hear the name of the woman who's my girlfriend in any of your questions. If it's true, then why didn't you say your name?
Hey, don't turn this around on me. I know my own girlfriend's name, for goodness sake. Don't tell me what I need to say.
Whatever, man. Why don't you come out and say it then? Well, I noticed your story isn't adding up at all.
Yeah, right. Well, it's not my problem if you don't understand. Fine, your girlfriend, who has now become my really hot and attractive wife, is Hannah.
Who, Hannah? The Hannah who left the Floyd Corporation 3 years ago? That Hannah?
Yeah, the Hannah who used to work there. The very same.
Oh, right, I see, and you're with her now.
And what about it?
Hannah is my ex-girlfriend.
What, your ex? That can't be. No, that wasn't the name of your ex-girlfriend.
The woman you're talking about, Liam, is the girlfriend I had when I was at college. I was dating Hannah when we were both working at the Floyd Corporation. She was my colleague.
You're kidding me, right?
To put it in terms that you can understand, Liam, she was my second ex-girlfriend.
But hold up. Seriously, hold up. I don't get it. Why were you two together when I saw you 3 months ago? You both looked really close and on good terms, so I thought that she was your girlfriend.
We are on good terms, but it was you that made that assumption that she was in a relationship with me, big brother. I met Hannah by chance while I was in the city. We happened to be walking in the same direction, and we talked, but it was mostly one-sided, with me asking what she had been up to. I listened to her nice and quietly. However, she started to get carried away with her conversation and told me that she wanted to get back together with me. I then told her that I was already married, and when I showed her my wedding ring, she left with a shocked look on her face. I haven't seen her since that encounter.
Are you serious? You're kidding me with this story, right?
I have nothing to kid about, Liam. That's what happened. Why don't you ask her then, since you don't believe me?
You've got to be kidding me!
I already told you before that I am. From now on, I have no intention of being around you or our mother and father. Only for important things like weddings or funerals, even more so if Hannah is now your wife. Instead, I think it might be the prime time for me to take the opportunity to cut ties with you.
What? You're just gonna cut me out just like that?
I don't know what kind of woman Hannah is if she can't see you for who you truly are, Liam. For me, working at the Floyd Corporation, having to quit, and then changing my lifestyle was a dark part of my past.
It was a dark time. What do you mean?
No matter what I say, you'd never believe me. So you can find it all out for yourself. Good luck with Hannah. I'm sure you're a perfect match for each other.
A few weeks later. Chris, it's bad! It's Hannah! You don't believe how terrible she is! What is with this woman, bro? Was she in the top class when it comes to bullying or something? I mean, she's always thinking that I'm running around behind her back cheating on her. She even took my phone and erased all the women from my contacts. What is her deal?
So I guess you're finally starting to realize just what kind of woman Hannah really is.
Is this what you meant when you were saying all these things about her?
That's right, I tried to warn you. She did the same exact things to me while we're dating. She was always so suspicious of anyone that I interacted with and wouldn't even let me get close to coworkers. I finally needed to start taking more time of my own mental health, and by the time of the 2 weeks we were together, I was more than ready to break up.
Hold on a second, you two are only dating for 2 weeks?
Yep, so sometimes I wonder if she really even counts as an ex since we hardly even saw each other. But she does have a rule about not trying to flirt with any married men. So I know that even though she wanted to get with me, she never would since she knew that I was married now.
I don't believe it. I don't even know what to say.
But you're still single, and since she was trying to get back together with me this whole time, I guess she thought you would make a good consolation prize. So in a way, you really saved me a lot of trouble of having to deal with her.
Please, bro, enough. I can't stand her anymore. You have to leave your wife and take Hannah back. I'm begging you.
That's a joke, right?
I'm your older brother, and you have to do what I say when I say it.
Oh, so now you want to try and be a big brother to me, huh? Well, I'm afraid that it's way too late for any of that considering that she's pregnant with your kid.
Oh, crap! I totally forgot about that.
So I'm afraid that you're going to be stuck with her for quite a while. I just feel bad for your kid. To think that it'll have you and Hannah as parents. Ugh, poor little thing.
But I have to get out of here! Hannah is seriously crazy. I can't spend the rest of my life with her.
So you're really just going to knock her up and then run off? You're even worse than I ever thought you were.
But what am I supposed to do? I can't stand being with her.
I suppose that you'll just have to divorce her now. Of course, there will be alimony and child support to pay if you do that.
I don't have that kind of money. I mean, I don't even work.
You mean you got married and knocked someone up without even having a job? Wow. That's all I can say.
Oh, just shut up, will you? You've totally ruined how good I was feeling knowing I'd stolen Hannah from you.
I'm so sorry to put a damper on your mood, I guess.
Well, you should have said something to me. I would have listened.
I seriously doubt that. I know you and how you get when you start acting this way.
Crap. This is really, really bad, man. Hannah's banging on the door yelling for me to come out my room. She thinks I'm talking to some other woman right now.
Got it. Well, in that case, I'm probably just gonna block you.
But why?
Well, because I was going to go abroad anyways to be with my wife. She says that she has some leads for jobs over there and I'm looking for a fresh start.
So you're just gonna leave me like this? Bro, you can't do this to me.
See ya.
Chris, please come back. You have to help me.
After that, Liam did end up filing for divorce with Hannah. This, however, resulted in a huge fight with her family and Liam finally agreeing to stay with Hannah. He even moved in to live with her and her parents. Of course, this just made things worse for everyone, and Liam and his new in-laws continued to live in fear of Hannah's wrath. I heard that one time he tried running away all the way to another state. I don't even know or where he got the money or means to do it, but within a week, Hannah had him tracked down and was banging on his motel door. She dragged Liam all the way back to her parents' house where he has been ever since, ever the obedient husband. I hear that things are going so well for them that they're even expecting their second child.
OMG, Freya? Are you there? Hey, I'm trying to talk to you right now.
I'm sorry, what is it? What do you want to talk about, Lucy?
What took you so long to get back to me, huh? If I text you, you should respond to me in no more than a minute. That's just common courtesy. I mean, are we friends that go way back, or aren't we? It really is the least you can do.
I'm sorry, Lucy, but some of us have jobs and don't have time to stare at our phones all day. I'm more than happy to talk to you, but you have to be patient.
I don't care about what lame excuse you have. Just get back to me right away when I text you.
Are you going to tell me what it is you want?
What do you mean, what do I want?
I mean, did you message me just to tell me to respond to you quickly, or did you have something you actually wanted to tell me about?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Is it true that you and Jackson are going to be getting married?
I take it that you received our wedding invitation then?
I did, yeah. And then I went to your mom to ask her just what kind of guy this Jackson fellow really is. But is it true that he makes almost $150,000 just working freelance?
Wait a second. You started looking into my husband before you even came to me to talk about him?
I also heard that he's really handsome. So basically, you have a really rich, sexy, freelance fiancé. Just what kind of work does he actually do to earn money like that? Do you have any pictures of him? Tell me what kind of girl he likes.
Those are all rather personal questions about him that I don't feel comfortable answering.
Oh, come on. Are you seriously going to shut me down like that?
Well, could you at least pretend like the reason you want to see a photo of him isn't because you heard he was handsome?
So you admit it, and now you're just going to try and hide him from me. That's so mean.
If you want to learn about him, I guess you'll just have to wait for the wedding and reception to learn a little more about him.
Well, what's the difference if I learn about him now or later? Just hurry up and tell me what I want to know about him.
Look, I'm not going to have this conversation like this, all right? I'm really busy planning for the wedding and don't have time for this. Please only message me if it's some kind of emergency, okay?
I can't believe you, Freya. I thought that you and I were still friends after all this time.
Freya, I thought of some more questions that I just had to ask you. I just really want to see what your fiancé looks like. I don't want to have to wait another week for the wedding, so just show me a picture of him now. And you should probably think about showing him a picture of me as well. It would just be awful for your fiancé to suddenly see me at his wedding and fall in love, since I'm so much prettier than you. I feel like you'd save yourself a lot of trouble if you just did what I said. In fact, you might want to think about just preparing yourself to be let down on your wedding day. What if Jackson and I lock eyes and in that moment realize that we're meant for each other? I know it's not guaranteed, but it's more likely than you think. So just show me a picture of him and make sure to show him a picture of me too. I'll be waiting. Oh no! I can't believe this! I can't believe that I slept in!
You slept in? What do you mean?
I mean that I'm hopping on the bus right now!
Oh, I was wondering when you were going to show up. Were you really just sleeping in? Well, we're about to start the lunch, so you might still be able to make it for that.
Oh man, so I already missed so much of it, and here I was wanting to take my time and see what kind of men were going to be there.
Lucy, can you please not use my wedding for a chance to pick up men?
Oh, Freya, even though you're getting married, you're still so naive. I'm not coming to pick up men. I'm coming to find the man who instantly falls head over heels in love with me, even if that man happens to be Jackson.
And just what does my fiancé have to do with any of those?
Well, I warned what might happen if you didn't show me a picture of Jackson, so whatever comes next is your fault.
You better not even think about trying to make it past that Jackson. Got it?
Oh, I'm so scared. And just what do you think Jackson would think if he knew this is how you talk to people in private?
All I'm asking of you is not to cause a scene at my wedding, okay?
Whatever you say, Freya. Whatever you say. Hey, you have got some serious explaining to do, Freya. Jackson is totally my type. I'm sure that him and I are destined to be together. And you guys are still in the middle of your lunch, right? But Jackson's waiting outside the hall? I guess this is my chance. Time to see if Jackson is my soulmate.
What the heck are all these messages, Lucy? I'm just reading all of them right now. And you weren't even at my wedding. So what are you talking about?
Well, it's just that I was right. It turns out that Jackson and I are soulmates. So I took your husband and ran off with him.
No, seriously, what are you even talking about?
There's no use in trying to stop us. We already did it.
Excuse me? I have no idea what any of this is about.
I mean that I found Jackson outside of the banquet room, took him to the bathroom, and him and I did it there.
That's not what I mean. I don't understand what you're saying because Jackson is right here with me.
Come on now. You're gonna have to come up with a better lie than that. How are you going to pretend like your husband didn't ditch you in the middle of your wedding?
I'm not pretending anything. The wedding went as planned and without a hitch. The ceremony is over, and I invited some of the guests over to my parents for another small gathering.
I don't get why you're trying to trick me like this when I already know none of that is true. Anyways, you might hear from me at some point in the future, but for the time being, I think you and I need some space from each other.
Lucy, I really don't think that you know what's going on right now.
It's too late. Your man is already mine.
I seriously think you're making a mistake here. Lucy! You made a huge mistake! Do you even realize what you've done? You didn't sleep with my fiancé! You didn't sleep with Jackson! There was another wedding going on in the same venue as ours, and that's the groom who you slept with! Have your parents not reached out to tell you any of this? Things are going crazy over here, so go to your parents' place and talk to them! You're not even reading my messages. Did you block me or something? Lucy, I'm serious. This is really bad.
Freya, are you there? I really need your help. Please? Why are you suing Jackson and I? Are we really going to have to pay all the cancellation fees for your wedding? Can't you just forgive us as old friends and a former fiancé? I know that you're not really this vengeful of a person, so please, just make it all stop.
Wow, Lucy, I'm surprised to be hearing from you. But just what are you wanting my help with?
What do you mean? Didn't you just send me this letter letting me know that you're going to be suing me for ruining your wedding?
I did not, actually. Did you even read where that letter was sent from?
But who else could it be from? It has to be you.
You mean you didn't even check to see who it's from? At least do that before reaching out to me.
Okay, hold on. Wait, who the heck is Lizzie?
I imagine that Lizzie is probably the former fiancé of the man you stole on my wedding day.
Wait, what do you mean?
Did you even read any of the messages that I tried to send you the night of my wedding?
I have no idea what you're talking about at all.
I sent you a message explaining how there were 2 weddings happening, mine and one other. You stole the groom from the other wedding, not mine. And I'm assuming that this Lizzie woman was the one who is going to marry whoever this guy of yours is.
Wait, hold on a second. This doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I'm assuming that even their jobs are different, right? Because I already told you that Jackson makes his money working as a freelance. What does your man do for a living?
Well, he just stays at home all day, so I assumed that meant he was a freelance. Working freelance means that you do everything from home, right?
Are you really telling me you've been with this man for 6 whole months and haven't realized you got the wrong person?
Well, I've just been out working so much these past 6 months. Jackson told me that he didn't have any money since it all went into the wedding, and that we'd both have to work for a while.
I really can't believe you let yourself be tricked into dating a complete stranger for a whole half a year.
No, you aren't right. This is all just some kind of prank or something.
Why don't you go and ask your Jackson for the truth then?
Fine, I will. I don't believe it! Their names are completely different!
I take it that you finally checked on what this mystery man's name actually is?
I thought that I'd seen his driver's license at least once, but I can't actually remember.
I don't believe you. How you could go through all the trouble of trying to steal someone's fiancé and then not even make sure you had the right guy? And here I thought you 2 were soulmates.
But I really did think I had the right person.
Well, anyways, since you stole this other woman's man, I think she's well within her right to punish the 2 of you. Just don't come crying to me about it. It's not my problem.
You can't actually mean that, right?
I think that maybe you should just actually read through that letter you got and make sure you have all the details before you make another move.
Well, I tried reaching out to my parents before you, but I think they might have changed their numbers and I can't get a hold of them.
Your parents sold their house and moved a while back.
Wait, what?
And your dad quit his job too.
But why? Why would they do that without telling me?
Well, they felt so guilty for what you did that when this other woman managed to track them down, they agreed to pay for the private investigator who she hired to track you 2 down. But it took so long to find you both that they burned through all their savings and finally had to sell their house.
So then, where are they? What's happened to their home?
I don't know. I just know that they sold their house and moved. But I don't know their new address or even what their numbers are now.
Well, then you're the only one who could help me now.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's all your fault if you think about it. You never told me there were 2 weddings that day, so you kind of owe me, don't you think?
You know, I didn't even want to invite you to my wedding in the first place.
What are you talking about, Freya?
I mean that ever since we were in school together, you're always trying to steal boyfriends from other girls. In fact, the only reason I invited you was because our parents used to be close business partners, and I didn't want to risk hurting those ties. But then you had the nerve to try and use that chance to steal my fiancé from me.
Freya, please. You know this has all just been a big misunderstanding. You have to forgive me. I really had no idea what I was getting myself into at all. Please, you have to listen to me.
So, if you want to talk about responsibility, why don't you go look in a mirror first? But don't you come begging to me for help, Because at the end of the day, Jackson, the real Jackson, that is, and I, have nothing to do with any of this. If you want help, you're barking up the wrong tree. You got yourself into this mess, and now you're going to have to get yourself out of it.
Freya, please don't be like this. I'm so sorry.
I don't care. Don't come to me for help with problems that you got yourself into. And don't even cause trouble for my family again, or I will call the police.
So you're really not going to help me at all?
Goodbye, Lucy. It turns out that Lucy and this other guy had actually gone to courthouse to get married. And yet, somehow, she still hadn't learned his name. But after being served with a lawsuit, the two of them decided to divorce. As part of the settlement, Lucy was offered a job at a factory belonging to the woman whose fiancé she stole's parents. She had no choice but to take it in order to help her pay down her legal fees. Not only that, but I heard part of the deal was that Lucy would have to live in the company's dorms with an ankle bracelet and have her every move carefully watched by her bosses. I only hope that this serves as a good lesson for Lucy if she ever manages to free herself from all that debt. As for Jackson and I, we really weren't all that affected by any of Lucy's antic, since she had the wrong guy from the very beginning. I remember that Jackson had told me he thought I was worried too much when I said that I didn't want to invite Lucy, but he quickly realized how narrowly he had dodged a bullet. Throughout all of this, however, the ones I feel most sorry for are Lucy's parents. They were never able to tame Lucy's wild spirit when she was a student, and it's clear she took the same attitude she had then into adulthood. Although, when I told Lucy that I didn't know where her parents had moved to, or how to contact them, that was a lie. They had asked me to keep that a secret from Lucy, in case she ever showed up again. Instead, even though they lost their business, my parents found work for them at a branch company near their new house. It was the least they felt they could do for such old business partners.
Hey, Lena, pick up. Where the hell are you? I send you a message a bunch of times telling you that your dad is in the hospital. It's life or death. Get over to the hospital ASAP. Your father's in trouble. What the hell are you doing?
Pardon me? That again? Calm down, Wayne. No need to panic. He'll be fine. I don't see why you don't see through it all. The doc is probably making it sound worse than it is so he can charge a bundle. That's what they always do.
Huh? Are you serious, Lena?
According to the line at noon, the doctor was saying that this evening is critical, right? Mark my words, he'll be up and about in the morning.
What the hell are you saying, Lena? Are you for real? If you took one look at him, you wouldn't be saying that.
Don't worry about it, he'll be fine.
Just get over here to the hospital. You're his daughter, for Pete's sake. You should be at his side at a time like this.
No way I'm leaving. I'm having too much fun right now.
Lena, are you kidding me?
You keep this up, Wayne, and I will divorce you. I'll do it, you know.
Excuse me?
Sorry. I just wanted to say that out loud once. But you know what? It sounds good.
Hey, Lena, seriously.
My friend is nagging me. I better get back. Can we cut it short?
Are you with someone right now?
Yeah, but someone you don't know.
Like I said, get over here. This may be the last time you get to see your dad. You're going to regret it.
This is really getting on my nerves. I'm going to block you, okay?
Lena, don't you dare! Just get over here!
Hey, Wayne. What's up? Sorry, finally got a chance to disable the blocking thing. You're probably working about now, so you won't see this until later in the evening, right? I can't wait that long, so I'm going to be straight with you. Ready? I fell in love with a really nice guy. There, I said it. And to tell you the truth, we already had intimate relations. If you get my meaning. As that's the case, I'm gonna need you to agree to a divorce. I left the papers on the kitchen table, so will you mind signing it and submitting it at City Hall? I would appreciate it. Oh, yeah, please no talk of compensation or damages or anything like that. Why, you ask? Well, because all that is a pain in the butt, that's why. I'm so relieved that we didn't have any kids. That sure would have complicated things. It just makes it much easier to divorce. At least something good came out of our relationship, huh? Okay, that's about it. See ya!
Lena, are you for real? Disable your phone now? Come on. And what's this about a divorce? So you have a guy, huh? No wonder you were going out until the wee hours of the night. After I contacted you about your father, you failed to even show up once. I bet you've already enabled the blocking function. That's what you always do whenever it's inconvenient. Even when I call you, you'll just ignore it, so no use trying. You'll probably just ignore this message anyway. I suppose I should try. Maybe there is the slightest bit of possibility that you might see it, so here goes. Your dad, he passed away that night. The funeral was today, just so you know. Your younger brother and your Uncle Frank took care of all the arrangements. Sorry that it all turned out this way. I tried, you know. I really tried, but I wasn't able to contact you after that. I explained this to your relatives and showed them the messages that you sent. They have all come to an agreement. They have cut all family relations with you. It goes for me too. I'll submit those divorce papers today, and as a matter of fact, I'm on my way there right now. Even if you want to come home, just so you know, there is no home to come back to.
Hey, Wayne. What's up? It's been a while. Can't believe it's already been 1 year. I thought it has been long enough. Figured I would come home for you, but I see that you moved. But then again, I can't go back to my relative's place. I'm not in the mood for all the hassles. I figured I would hook back up with you and then gradually make peace with my relatives. What do you say? Can you send me your new address? Or are you working now? Is it a bad time? Anyway, when you see this, give me a holler, would ya? Oh, yeah, I'm currently staying at the Maple Motel down near the mall. You know that place with the green lights? I've been up for about a week. It would be so nice of you if you could come and pick me up. And pay for the room. I would really be in your debt. Hey, Wayne. Are you there? What's up? I haven't received a reply from you yet. What's going on? I know you saw my messages. I saw that it went through. Are you ignoring me? Come on. Hurry up and send the new address, would you? I said I would be willing to get back together with you. So, come on.
Sorry to contact you like this. My name is Gordon Hayes. You're Elena's ex-husband, right? You're Wayne, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. Who did you say you were? I don't think I know anyone by that name.
No, you probably don't know me. I got your line ID from Lena's phone, without her knowledge. There's something I wanted to talk to you about, and I also needed to apologize. I went ahead and contacted you knowing full well that I'm out of line, perhaps, but I need to talk to you.
What is this about?
I had a relationship with Lena until recently.
Wait, what did you just say? You got nerve contacting me.
Wait, I can understand your fury, Wayne. I really do. It's just that I had no idea that Lena was married.
Are you serious?
If it's not any trouble, I would really like to talk to you face to face. What do you say? I'll leave the time and place up to you, but I really need to make things right.
Yeah, alright. There are various things I want to know myself. There's someone I want to talk to first. Could you give me a little time? I'll get in contact no later than tomorrow.
I'm okay with that. I'll be waiting for your call.
Come on, Wayne. Where the hell are you? Hurry up and send your new address. I'm getting sick of being cooped up in this motel. I did tell you I was staying at the Maple Motel, right? Come pick me up, or tell me your new address. Which is it gonna be?
Hey, Wayne, thanks for meeting with me this afternoon.
Yeah, no problem. I should be thanking you for providing me with some valuable information. I'll take care of the rest. I'll just ask you to take the required steps when the time comes.
Yes, of course.
Also, as we agreed on today, in order that Lena won't get in contact with you, make sure you change your mobile number and not to divulge your new address.
You got it. I'm really sorry how all this turned out, and please forgive me for all the trouble I've caused. I'll leave the rest to you, Wayne.
Wayne, where the hell are you? I'm running low on cash. You need to up the game, buddy. I've been spending about $40 a day on this room and fast food from that place down the street. I'm getting sick and tired of it. I figure I'll give you 3 more days and that's it. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. About the guy I married after a divorce? I already broke up with him, so relax. No worries here. Oh, no. Silly me. Was that why you didn't contact me? You were concerned about that. Okay, I get it now. So, there it is. You don't have to be worried about getting back with me. There is no more guy. So, just come and pick me up, would you? Wayne, why won't you contact me? I'm running completely dry here. You have to get over here right now. I'm getting sick and tired of being confined in this tiny motel room. I need out of here. Like, without further ado, that fast food chunk is killing me too. I need a nice home-cooked meal, Wayne. Wayne, I'm not kidding around anymore. I'm out of cash. I have no other choice but to check out tomorrow, or they will throw me out. I swear to God, Wayne, there's gonna be hell to pay. I have no other choice but to go back to my parents' house. If Dad yells at me for this, it's all your fault. Remember that. I'll tell Dad that I came back in order to get back together with you, so have all the official marriage papers ready. You got that? Wayne, are you there? My home, it's gone.
Excuse me?
Wayne, finally! I finally get a response from you, and that's the stupidest reaction I get? All I get is, excuse me? Really?
I was just gonna send you a message, but I got another call, so...
I don't give a hoot about that. I'm more worried about my home. I just got here, and it's gone! What is this? It's an empty lot, for God's sake! Where'd the darn house go? Where's my house? The house I grew up in! Where's my dad? Where'd you take him, Wayne? If you know where he moved to, you better tell me right this minute, Wayne. I'm not kidding around.
I figured as much. You never saw that message I sent you. Figures.
What the hell are you talking about?
That day 1 year ago, you left the divorce papers on the kitchen table and took off with your new guy. That was the day we had your dad's funeral.
Wait, what?
Lena, you not only blocked me from sending you messages, but you blocked all your relatives. But you disabled the blocking function just long enough to tell me about the divorce papers and the new guy you were going to marry. I conveyed all this information to all your relatives and friends at the funeral. All of them, including myself, cut all ties with you until you appeared on your own accord.
I thought I was having a hard time reaching people. I couldn't get in touch with anybody. Is that why?
That's right. They wanted nothing to do with you. Oh yeah, I also had a chance to meet your ex, Gordon.
Huh? Oh, wait. Why do you even know him?
Actually, he contacted me.
Pardon me. You on the level?
After a year of living as your husband, he started to become suspicious of your attitude. Something just didn't mesh. Day by day, his suspicion only grew, and ultimately he hired a private investigator to check you out.
Excuse me? A private investigator?
Eventually, he finds out about me, and...
Are you really serious? He was checking up on me?
When you first met Gordon, you told him you were single. Was that true? After about 6 months, his job transferred him to a branch office in another city. You decided to go with him, decided to trust those divorce papers on the kitchen table, and you disappeared. Now here we are.
But I was just, Gordon was so cool and handsome. Worked for a big media corporation.
You're the lowest of the low. A real bottom feeder, Lena.
How could you say that? I'm the victim here. Gordon duped me. I've nowhere to go. My dad's place is gone. What am I going to do? And on top of that, you tell my dad died like it was nothing. You should be treating me with kindness, not this abusive treatment. I don't deserve this.
This is all your own making. And all this about blaming others. Take a little responsibility, would you? You're not only a lowlife, you're a sociopath.
How can you say such a thing? I don't deserve this. You can't forget me getting back together with you. That's for sure.
Oh, I forgot. I've got no intention of getting back with you.
I beg your pardon?
I thought you'd figure it out about now.
Oh wait, what?
I better get going. I'll leave the rest to your uncle.
My uncle?
I contacted him earlier to tell him that you'd be where the old house used to be.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure he's on his way there now.
You're not serious, are you? Not my uncle, no way. You know him. He's terrifying.
Really? I think he's a pretty nice guy. He's perfect for you. You don't care when you hurt people. Maybe he'll teach you a good lesson.
Please, Wayne, help me out here. I can't go with my uncle, please.
All the arrangements have been made so that you'll pay all your debts.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The compensation you have to pay for your unethical conduct.
What?
Your uncle is going to watch over and make sure you pay off your debts to make amends. Okay, look, that's all I have to say, Lena. See you around and good luck.
No, you can't leave me here. Not with my uncle. Please, Wayne.
After that conversation, she realized she had nowhere else to go. She tried to make her escape, but her uncle was hiding nearby and caught her just in time. After that, we got advice from our lawyer that we had consulted with earlier and took legal action against her. But that was not the end of this sad story. You remember Gordon? That guy that Lena ran off with? Well, he decided to bring charges against her too, for infringement of his rights due to her claiming that she was single when in fact, she was married. Well, she is currently in dire circumstances due to this double whammy from both me and Gordon. Her debt is now way more than she had imagined. Her uncle made her work as penance to her deceased father. Last I heard, she's working day and night to pay back the debt she owes. May her father rest in peace.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.